Hi, I'm Sophia.
And I'm Robert.
And I'm Destiny, and welcome to
The Legacy of
Unicorns!
Hey, can you guess how old I am? Well, I was born in 400 BCE, so yeah, old. Being so old, I have tons of history to my past. Although you may think I look like this, I was actually closely related to the Indian donkey and the Indian rhino. So yeah, not quite that pretty. Where do I come from, you ask? Well, I come from many different origins, such as India, China, Greece, and many more. However, I originated in ancient Mesopotamian art, and I was later written about by historian Ctesias. Not only was I recorded by historian Ctesias, I was also referred to as Rayam in the Bible. This word was later translated to unicorn, rhino, and more modernly, an ox. So, although there is some loose evidence as to my existence, I am most likely the very much changed Indian rhino. But don't tell anybody.
Speaking of the 21st century, we unicorns were in all kinds of books, movies, and TV shows. The first example I'll be talking about is Harry Potter. Unicorns appear in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. In the book, they are depicted as you would imagine with unicorns: majestic, mysterious, and free. In the book, it is said that Lord Voldemort was drinking a unicorn's blood. Another place where I was in Dungeons and Dragons, not the board game, but the TV show. Unicorns appear in the 1983 TV series adapted from the classic board game. In there is a side character, which is a small unicorn named Uni. Now, Uni acts as a sidekick throughout the whole series and is usually seen repeating what other people say and has the magical power to teleport at least once a day. For some reason, that is the limit. This adaptation, unicorns aren't so much like animals, but act more like humans. They still have the underlining magical abilities, though. So for this last example, it's going to be a little bit of the spooky one. We're going to be talking about Cabin in the Woods. Now this is by far the most unique use of a unicorn because, unlike most, in the movie, unicorns are bad. They are meant to hurt. In the movie, there is a clip of a unicorn running down a hall, chasing a man, and then the unicorn impales him several times with his horn. This is a complete turnaround from what we are used to. Unicorns are usually frolicking in a field or dancing in rainbows, but instead, they are used to kill someone.
So, you've heard about the typical unicorns, but what about the unicorns around the world? The very first recording of unicorns is from ancient Greece, where the physician Ctesias recorded stories he had heard from travelers that detailed wild creatures in India that were as large as horses, with white bodies, red heads, and dark blue eyes, along with a 1.5 foot long horn, which was red, white, and black. The description then grew over the years and spawned thousands of versions, ranging from hellish nightmares to tiny goat-sized creatures. One of these versions hails from China, a mythical creature called the qilin. The qilin has been described as having the body of a deer, ox, or horse, the scales of a fish, the face of a traditional Chinese dragon, and has been depicted with a single horn, which brings up the comparison to the Western unicorn. There are several similarities in this creature to the common unicorn, the most prevalent being its peaceful nature. The qilin has been described as the most gentle creature, who walks on clouds in order to avoid damaging a single blade of grass. The creature only causes harm when needed, in order to defend the innocent from evildoers. The qilin also shares similarities to the typical unicorn in the fact that it has some magical qualities. It may not shoot rainbows or leave trails of glitter, but it has predictive qualities. It has been said that it only appears before or after the birth of a sage, for example, Confucius, or during the reign of a great ruler. Because of these good symbols, many rulers strived to have this creature appear, and some tried to fake its appearance during their reign. It first appears in Emperor Huangdi's garden in 2697 BC. Huangdi was a legendary ruler from mythology, and his reign was credited with introducing many things to society, such as boats, the bow and arrow, writing, and the start of Taoism, so the appearance of the Qilin definitely solidified his amazing rule. The Qilin appears several other times in history, and as mentioned earlier, some emperors even tried to fake its arrival. One emperor from the Ming dynasty voyaged to East Africa and bought back giraffes, which he proclaimed were Qilin and had come to bless his reign. This relates to a much more modern depiction of the Qilin, bringing it into the 21st century. Another, much more nightmarish version of the unicorn comes from Saudi Arabian culture. In the 16th century, a European traveler named Robert Hamilton traveled to Mecca, where he claimed to see two unicorn-like creatures and documented what he saw. The creature, dubbed the Taish, was described as around the size of a large horse with the horse's head and mane. It has pale blue eyes, which were seen as a sign of the evil eye, a lion's tail, tusks protruding from the mouth covered in blood, and a single hair protrudes from the center of its forehead, which is a yard long, black, and coils to form a single horn-like appearance. Like the Qilin, the Taish had mercy for and protected any man or woman of stainless record and innocent children. However, the Taish seems to be more terrifying and ruthless than the Qilin. If someone of ill intention dared to challenge the Taish, it was near impossible to beat. It was said that no knife or bullet would be able to puncture through the creature's tough skin. Despite this, many heroes still tried to challenge the Taish, as the single horn-like hair from its forehead was extremely valuable. It was said if you were able to pull out the hair and keep it, the Taish would vanish forever, the possessor would become irresistible, and they would have amazing luck in war, destroying enemies in mere seconds. The idea of the horn or blood being valuable and magical in unicorns is a common one, shown earlier when Voldemort drinks a unicorn's blood in order to heal himself.
As we can see, unicorns have changed a lot throughout the years.
But despite all their unique differences, they're still the same one-horned creatures we all know and love.
Thanks so much for watching.
Bye,
See you
guys.
later.
See ya.
Peace out.
Peace.